morning, Mrs. Lam, Hong Kong Free Press. We have two questions. First, urging blank votes is legal, but most countries allow them as a voter's right. Can you clarify, is it legal for Hong Kongers to cast protest votes, or could even answering this question be legally problematic?
First of all, regarding what is legal, what is illegal, one has to look at the law. What does the law say about the legality of a certain act or activity? Secondly, one has to look at the evidence in order to justify that a certain act or activity is breaching the law. And third, it has to be a decision to prosecute made by the independent prosecutors and finally adjudicated by the independent courts in Hong Kong. I do not have the amended version of the electoral legislation in front of me, but if I remember correctly, in our work to enact local legislation to put into effect the National People's Congress decision and the amendments to Annex 1, Annex 2, we have introduced two offenses because the NPC decision does require the Hong Kong SAR to make sure that we have means to suppress or prevent interference with a fair election. So I think where it refers to casting blank vote or prohibiting or persuading people not to vote, there is a certain lead-in. That is, it probably takes the form of an public activities trying to incite voters to do this sort of activities. So it could hardly be just you asking me a question, and I would say that you have offended the law. Let's be very clear and certain about it, because Hong Kong is very proud of our rule of law, and our legislation is very often very clearly drafted in order to ensure that we will implement the law in a fair and just manner.